Okay class, now we're gonna start our sixth chapter, that is your natural vegetation and wildlife. Before we start, just to understand the chapter name. Okay, natural vegetation. Natural vegetation is which grow naturally without any human interference. Okay, they have been left undisturbed by human for a long time. वो वेजिटेशन या वो सराउंडिंग जो नेचुरली ग्रो करता है, वो पेड़ पौधे जो नेचुरली ग्रो करते हैं बिना किसी हेल्प के बाय योर ह्यूमन बॉडी, ना ही वो उनको मैन्योर देते हैं, ना ही वो उनको पानी देते हैं, विदाउट एनी हेल्प फ्रॉम द ह्यूमन बॉडी, जो नेचुरली ग्रो करता है उससे आप कहते हैं नेचुरल वेजिटेशन। और इस नेचुरल वेजिटेशन में जो लाइफ सर्वाइव करती है और रहती है और जो इसको अपना घर मानती है उसे आप कहते हैं वाइल्ड लाइफ, विच इंक्लूड्स ऑल द एनिमल बॉडी। ओके, सो हेयर वन स्टोरी इज गिवन हेयर in which there is one girl, Salima. She went to human camp, summer camp, okay, and in Himachal Pradesh, Manali. So when she is going there, she is observing some changes in the natural vegetation with the increase of height. So she just relate that how the changes occur in vegetation with the changes in temperature or changes in height. So we will gonna study this in this chapter. Okay, so by this observation Salima summarizes her vacations or summarizes her whatever she sees. She just summarizes and tell you that there is a close relationship between height of land and the character of vegetation. With the change in height, the climate changes and that changes natural vegetation. Okay, so she summarizes her trip and observation. जैसे जैसे आपकी हाइट इंक्रीज करती है वैसे वैसे आपके वेजिटेशन में चेंजेस आते हैं. ओके, सो शी वेंट टू मनाली एंड देयर इज़ अ माउंटेन. So she sees that the trees are very in a canopy size. Okay, the leaves are very conical. So these things suggest that the changes in natural vegetations. Okay, the growth of vegetation depend on temperature and moisture. It is very simple. अगर आपको समझना हो तो बच्चे, आपकी वेजिटेशन यानी कि आपके प्लांट्स के लिए सबसे मेन चीज़ जो है वो है टेम्परेचर, यानी कि जो सनलाइट उनको प्रॉपर मिले. सेकेंडली मॉइस्चर. मॉइस्चर मतलब जो हवा में एक नमी हो वो होनी चाहिए. दैट कैन बी एनीथिंग इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ वाटर. ओके, इट ऑल्सो डिपेंड ऑन फैक्टर लाइक स्लोप एंड थिकनेस ऑफ soil. So these are the other two additional factor which depends vegetations. Okay, in our earth, we have very types of and the thickness of natural vegetations which exist in this world. They are broadly classified in three broad category, that is your forest. Okay, your forest, grasslands and thorny bushes. Forest, which grow where temperature and rainfall are plentiful to support a tree covered. Depending upon these factors, dense and open forests are grown. So forest grow where the temperature and rainfall is plentiful. Okay, a lot of sunlight, lot of air at that time is example to grow any forest. Okay, and these forests have some characters, that is they are very dense and they were open forests are grown. Grasslands in other phase, grasslands which grow in a region of moderate rain. वहाँ पे ग्रो करते हैं जहाँ पे मॉडरेट रेन हो. रेन जहाँ पे ना ही ज़्यादा ना ही कम हो, मॉडरेट हो, इन एन एवरेज हो. श्रब्स क्या होते हैं? द थॉर्नी बुशेस एंड श्रब्स ग्रोन इन द ड्राई रीजन, जहाँ पे पानी और हवा में नमी कम होती है वहाँ पे श्रब्स और थॉर्नी बुशेस यानी झाड़ियाँ, कटीले झाड़ियाँ उगती हैं। आप पिक्चर देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे। ओके, सो दिस इज़ द characters of the three natural vegetations which we have classified here. Now we're gonna study the changes in the types of natural vegetations occur mainly because of the changes of climatic condition. So there is a direct relationship between the changes in climate and changes in natural vegetation. Let us now learn some different types of natural vegetation of the world with their characteristics, features and wildlife inhabiting there. So now we're gonna study one by one each forest type and the natural condition, wildlife condition and the characteristics of these wildlife areas. So in forest we start with the two. Okay, in your forest you have two types of forest. First is your tropical forest, second is your temperate forest. Okay, and in these two categories you have further divisions of forest. Okay, that is in your tropical forest you have two types of forest, that is your tropical evergreen forest. Okay, evergreen forest, and in the second one you have deciduous forest. So basically forest have two types, that is tropical and temperate. In your tropical you have two types, that is your evergreen, tropical evergreen forest, second is tropical deciduous forest. Okay, now we're gonna start with the first one, that is your tropical evergreen forest. Tropical evergreen forest is also known as tropical rainforest because this forest cover the area in the equator line. Okay, in the equator line or near to the tropicals. Okay, till near to the tropicals. इक्वेटर से शुरू होते हुए ट्रॉपिकल लाइन तक ये आते हैं, and they were also known as tropical rainforest because as the temperature is very high, rainfall is also very high. Due to this reason, this forest remains evergreen. कभी भी इनकी पत्तियाँ पीली नहीं पड़ती, सूखती नहीं हैं, इसीलिए इसको एवरग्रीन कहा जाता है, हिंदी में सदाबहार. ओके, because of heavy rainfall and a continuous hot climate here throughout the year. Secondly, they are thick canopies of the closely shaped trees do not allow the sunlight to penetrate inside the forest even in the daytime. Hardwood trees like rosewood, ebony, mahogany are a common here. So the sunlight also not allowed to enter in these forest because there is no space between the trees, because trees are closely packed and grow. Okay, so there is no space that that light should enter in this. Okay, so this is the reason, and the most important trees or a hardwood trees which grow here are rosewood, ebony, mahogany and other hardwood trees. So this is all about your tropical evergreen forest. Now we coming to the next topic, that is your tropical deciduous forest. Tropical deciduous forest is also known as the monsoon types of forest, and it is found large part of your India, Australia and America, in Central America basically. These forest is also known as for the experience that is a seasonal forest because monsoon is a season is a seasonal wind. Okay, due to this the rain comes, so that is why this forest is also known as a seasonal types of forest. Trees shade their leaves in a dry season when there is no rainfall, so trees shade their leaves. That is why this is known as deciduous forest. ओके, जिसको आप हिंदी में कहेंगे पतझड़ वन. ओके, देयर इज हार्डवुड ट्रीज विच ग्रो हेयर आर your shal, teak, neem, shisham, and these hardwood trees are very important and very good useful for making furniture, transport and constructional materials. Animals which are found here are tigers, lion, elephants, langur and monkey are the common animal of this region. So this is all about your tropical deciduous forest. You may ask in your exam the comparison between tropical evergreen forest and tropical deciduous forest. So you do that in while reading these two paragraph. We have the other names of these forests. We have the types of hardwood forest which is found here. Okay, the reason why they are known as evergreen and why they are known as deciduous forest, the animal which are have their home in these forests. Okay, now coming to this again to tropical evergreen forest, you just see that anaconda, one of the oldest and the world largest animal snake is found in the tropical rainforest. It can kill and eat a large animal such as crocodile. So this is your main animal which is found in this forest. Okay, the tropical evergreen forest in Brazil is so enormous that it is like the lungs of the earth. You can tell why. So you have a reason why Brazil's and forest is known as the most important, and it is also known as the world lungs, because the area which is occupied by the forest is providing a maximum number of oxygen or a maximum number percentage of oxygen to your world human being. So this is the reason why Brazil is known for their lungs for the world. Getting my point? Alright, coming to the next, that is your temperate evergreen forest. Temperate evergreen forests are located in the latitudinal coastal region. They are commonly found along the east margin of continent, that is your east, southeast USA, South China, southeast Brazil. They comprise both hard and softwood trees like oak, pine and eucalyptus. So now coming to the temperate forest. In this temperate forest you have two types, that is your temperate evergreen forest and temperate deciduous forest. We here learning about temperate evergreen forest. So this forest located in a coastal region, and it is a outline of your continents. Okay, outline of your continents. First is your USA, China and Brazil. And trees which are found here are both, which is a combination, that is hard and soft, both woods are found here. Okay, you have your example here, just see, and this is the example. Okay, to see or to compare how the temperate evergreen forest look like. Okay, now coming to the next temperate deciduous forest. Temperate deciduous forest is your, they are found in the northeastern part of USA, China, New Zealand, Chile, and also found in the coastal region of Europe. Oak, ash, bush, etc. are common trees, and deer, foxes, wolf are the common animal found here. Peasants, monals are also found here. So the peasants, the monals are the birds which is very important in our in our natural vegetations. So these are very beautiful birds which are found in a temperate deciduous forest. Okay, this temperate deciduous forest trees are very yellowish in color. Okay, and they shed their leaves in a time where there is no rainfall. All right. Now coming to the next type of vegetation, that is Mediterranean vegetation. They are found in the area around the Mediterranean Sea in Europe, Africa and Asia. Citrus fruits such as oranges, figs, olives and grapes are commonly cultivated here. Mediterranean regions are known as orchards of world for the fruit cultivation. Yes, so Mediterranean region or a Mediterranean Sea areas are very good for cultivation of your citrus fruit, juicy fruits जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा जूस होता है, वैसे फ्रूट्स यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा उगते हैं, इसीलिए इसको वर्ल्ड का ऑर्चर्ड ऑफ द वर्ल्ड कहा गया है, जहाँ पे वो बाग जहाँ पे वर्ल्ड के सबसे ज़्यादा जूसी फ्रूट्स मिलते हैं. ओके, सो दिस टाइप ऑफ वेजिटेशन इज नोन एज योर मेडिटेरियन वेजिटेशन. ऑल राइट. So here are some names which is given about the fruits. Okay, now coming to the next forest, that is your coniferous forest. They are also called a taiga or a pure or untouched and found in the Himalayas. Cheer, pine, cedar are the important variety of trees, and silver fox, mink, polar bear are common animal found here. So these type of forest found in the above the height or latitudes of your 50 to 70 degrees. So here is the globe and I am just marking the degrees. So these forest found here, okay, where temperature is slightly lower down, and this type of forest is basically found in your Himalaya region, and this is very untouched, means nobody have now not even destroyed or not even touched by, or it is so pure. Okay, the word tiger is a Russian word which means very pure, untouched. So this is about your coniferous forest. The leaves are very peak. Okay, क्योंकि why the trees are very big, because it don't hold the snow. Okay, इसलिए यहाँ की जो लीव्स होती है बहुत ही पैनी होती है कि वो स्नो को इकट्ठा ना कर पाएँ और स्नो जो है वो स्लाइड करते हुए नीचे गिर जाए without affecting your trees. All right. Now coming to the grasslands. Grasslands. Now again in your grassland you have two type of grassland. That is, your first is your tropical grasslands, which is found and extended towards your equator till your tropic. Okay, they grow in an area of a moderate to a low amount of rainfall. Savanna grassland of Africa. Elephant, zebra, giraffe, deer, leopard are a common animal which is found here in your tropical grasslands. So this is your map, and this is your 0 degree which shows your equator, and this is your 23 degree and a half north. Okay, and this is your 23 degree and a half south. So this particular area covering your tropical grasslands. Okay, so savanna grasslands is important here. Now coming to the next one, that is your temperate grasslands. Okay, these are found in the mid latitude zone and in the interior part of the world, that is your interior part of the continent. Usually grasses here is short and nutritious. Wild buffaloes, bison, antelopes are common in this temperate region. So this is very important grasslands, and very good for to domesticate a wild life such as your buffaloes for you, and these grasslands have very nutritious for their animals. All right. Now coming to the next natural type is natural vegetation type, that is third one is thorny bushes. Where they found? Okay, they are found in the dry desert. They have a scanty vegetation because of scanty rain and scorching heat. So they are basically found in those area where rainfall is very less and the heat is or the sunlight is throughout the year is very scorching. Okay. So tundra vegetation is another type of vegetation. Okay, where there is a short summer but winter is full on covering the whole year. They are found in the polar area of Europe, Asia and North America. Mosses, lichen and very small shrubs are found here. Seal, walrushes, musk oxen, Arctic owl, polar bear and snow foxes are found here. So these are your vegetations and the vegetation type which help you to understand the types and their subtypes of grassland, forest and thorny bushes. There is a small summary about your grassland. Very important question can be arises in your exam, that is what is grassland and the types of grassland. We have heard that the grasslands are known by a different name, the different regions. Okay, tropical grasslands, there are three types of tropical grassland which is there. In tropical category you have savanna, compos, llanos, and in your temperate grasslands you have pampas, prairies, wild, steppe and downs. Easy to remember the continent name and the grasslands. I have a trick which I have made which help you to understand and learn the grasslands and their areas. First of all, just listen to me and learn it by heart by trying to practice 1 or 3 times. Okay, savanna. Savanna, East Africa. Okay, you all know that in Africa you have Sahara Desert. Okay, where there is Sahara there is savanna. जहाँ पे सहारा होगा वहाँ पे सवाना होगा. So you just correlate and you will remember this grassland. Compose. Okay, after your B comes C in your alphabet, yes or no? Yes. So Brazil, compose. Okay, B for Brazil, C for compose. So you will remember like this only. Venezuela, llanos. Okay, I have not made any trick for that, but you will learn like you just make a sentence where there is a llanos. When there is a llanos, there is Venezuela. When there is a llanos, there is Venezuela. Now coming to the next grasslands, temperate grasslands, अर्जेंटीना एंड पम्पास. ओके, जब हमें अर्जेंटली ऑक्सीजन की ज़रूरत होती है तो हम ऑक्सीजन को पंप करते हैं. ओके, फ्रॉम देयर आई हैव गेट दिस ट्रिक वेयर जब अर्जेंटीना को बहुत इमरजेंसी होती है, अर्जेंट होता है तो आप ऑक्सीजन की अर्जेंसी होती है तो आप पंप करते हैं. क्या पम्पास से आया है ये वर्ड. नॉर्थ अफ्रीका बहुत ही अमीर कंट्री है तो हर चीज़ के लिए वो पे करती है, चाहे उसे कुछ ख़रीदना हो तो वो हमेशा पे कर सकती है, उसके बाद बहुत पैसे हैं. फ्रॉम देयर आई हैव टेकन दैट पेयरीज. अगर पेयरीज पे करती हैं पेयरीज तो वहाँ से ही ग्रासलैंड. साउथ अफ्रीका वेल्ड. साउथ अफ्रीका का अगर आप नीचे वाला पोर्शन देखें तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा पैना है तो उसको थोड़ी वेल्डिंग की ज़रूरत है, इसीलिए वेल्ड. सो साउथ अफ्रीका का ये पोर्शन जो है ये है, यहाँ जो घास मिलती है उसको आप कहते हैं वेल्ड, और जो यहाँ घास मिलती है जो सहारा के पास उसको आप कहते हैं सवाना. यहाँ पे सवाना मिलती है और यहाँ पे वेल्ड ग्रास है. आप देख सकते हैं कि एक ही कॉन्टिनेंट में 2 ग्रासेस मिलती हैं, एक है ट्रॉपिकल ग्रासलैंड, एक है टेम्परेट ग्रासलैंड. वेरी गुड. नाउ कमिंग टू द सेंट्रल एशिया. अगर हम सेंट्रल एशिया की बात करें तो सेंट्रल एशिया में अगर आपको सेंटर में जाना है तो आपको स्टेप रखना पड़ेगा. यस और नो. अगर कहीं पे भी आपको बीच में आना हो तो आप क्या रखेंगे, स्टेप रखेंगे. तो वहीं से ये वर्ड आया है स्टेपी. तो सेंट्रल एशिया में अगर आना है तो स्टेपी, यानी कि सेंट्रल एशिया में जो यानी कि एशिया के सेंटर एरिया में जो घासेस मिलती हैं उसको आप कहते हैं स्टेपी। क्या कहते हैं? स्टेपी। ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया अगर आप वर्ल्ड मैप में देखें, ऑस्ट्रेलिया अगर आप वर्ल्ड मैप में देखें तो एकदम नीचे है, नीचे है। इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं? डाउन। सो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आपको कौन से ग्रासलैंड्स मिलेंगे? डाउन। ओके, इस बच्चे को इस चीज़ को अगर आप 2-3 बार देखेंगे तो आप समझ जाएंगे कि इसको लर्न कैसे करना है और इसको कैसे अपने मेमोरी में सेव रखना है। ओके, दीज आर द animals which are found in the tundra vegetation. Now we are here done with this chapter. I hope that you have understood this chapter. I will discuss the question answer and the other questions and your exercise in your PDF file. Hope you enjoy this chapter. I will give a flowchart that you have to draw in your copy and one homework that you should do in your copy. Thank you class. Have a good day.